Hey yo, this is Steve Penn message. A lot of y'all need to hear this. Pay attention. Word. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's your boy Steve Penn back again. Been away for a while, but I'm back, thank God. And today I want to talk about, you already know, Claressa Shields and Laila Ali's little beef that they got going on online. I'm not here to defend anyone, but just to basically point out some facts, man. I hate the fact that Claressa's getting a lot of backlash, but you gotta admit she brought it up upon herself. Me myself, I love Claressa as a human being, as a fighter. But she definitely has some work to do because she likes to air out her dirty laundry in the public's view, And all attention ain't good attention. You know what I'm saying? And she's a great fighter, but I don't know about how classy she is when it comes to running her mouth. That's one of the things about Claressa that turns a lot of people off. Very boastful. It's a thin line between confidence and arrogance. You know what I mean? Because one of them, confidence, is respected. People could love you because of your confidence, but they can also hate you because you're arrogant. And they're real close. It's a thin line between them. And so I think that's why Claressa has been getting a lot of slack, a lot of backlash from just the public, from other people in the sports world, in the boxing community. And Laila, she kind of was quiet for a little while, and she took the time to address some of the allegations Claressa was hitting her with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that she did that, and I like the way she did it. You know what I mean? But Claressa has been coming across as like a hater. I'm the best, I'm this, I'm that. And it kind of gets under your skin a little bit. I want to like the girl, but that mouth, man, I don't like nobody with a lot of mouth, especially females. It's very unattractive. All that masculine energy. I know you're a boxer, but Laila's a boxer too. And yeah, she talks trash, she talks trash. But Claressa almost is, to the point to where she almost hits below the belt. You know what I'm saying? She almost hits below the belt, man. And some things is just not to be said. Like, when she mentioned Laila Ali is nobody but Muhammad Ali's daughter. That's kind of a low blow. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know there's three sides to every story, but Claressa has been quiet. After Laila dropped those receipts, Claressa has been quiet. Now, me personally, do I want to see them fight? Nah, I don't want to see them fight. At the end of the day, Laila is almost 50 years old. Claressa is a young lady. A young champ. So I don't want to see that happen. What I do think is a good idea, maybe if Laila find a boxer, and I'm pretty sure she knows a female boxer, and train that boxer to give Claressa a fight. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd make better sense. I think that'd be, something good to see. It may be bigger than actual Laila Ali and Claressa fight, because a lot of people just don't want to see that. And I don't want to see I don't want to see none of them get hurt. I definitely want to see Laila pretty face not be pretty no more. I think Laila is on a whole nother chapter in her life. And I don't think that, it's even necessary at this point. What do any of them gain? Oh, the GOAT. I know who the GOAT is. The GOAT is Laila Ali. You know what I mean? Claressa, she's been fighting, but a lot of people that she's fought, I don't even know if the skill level is up there like that. So it's not Claressa's fault that is like that. But Yeah, I mean, what does any of them gain at this point? Claressa, Layla's years older than you. You know what I'm saying? Claressa's younger than you, years younger than you. So it doesn't really make sense. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that's a good idea. Layla should go and recruit one of these young fighters, man, and train her to like a 6 months to a year to beat Claressa. You know what I mean? Since Layla was saying that, she can see why Claressa has not knocked out anyone. What is Claressa Shields' record? Is it 17? With 3 knockouts or something like that? I'm not sure. But it just doesn't make sense. But yeah, Claressa definitely has some growing up to do, and she can do it, right? I mean, think about Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was hated, man. He was loved and hated. But the things Mike used to say, man, his attitude, where his mindset was back then, a lot of people didn't fool with Mike. They didn't like him. You know what I'm saying? But Mike, in order for him to change, he had to have a reality check. And God had to humble him to almost where he lost almost everything. And that may be the case with Claressa. She definitely needs to be humbled. You know what I'm saying? She definitely needs to be humbled. I mean, Mike was humbled, and look at him now. He came back. His career is better than his boxing career ever was, because he had to be humble. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of these entertainers, celebrities, they need to be humbled, man. You know what I mean? It's something that comes along with having power. Some people don't know how to really, control that and handle that type of attention and power, and they abuse it, and God will take it away from you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that may be the case with Claressa. She's been off the radar. She may be thinking about, all that's going on in social media since Laila Ali has dropped her recording, her video. And she did it in a real humble, classy way. I mean, you gotta admit, now as far as Claressa Shields and Papoose, that's their personal relationship, but I'm a spiritual person. And at the end of the day, I don't see that relationship going too far, especially if Claressa doesn't stop her antics, disrespecting people. I mean, after all, you are dealing with a married man, and he still have a covenant with his wife, and y'all exploiting this like it ain't nothing. So that goes to question your character. Claressa's talking about having a baby with this man. He's still married. You understand what I'm saying? And God don't like that. I mean, some of y'all may not be spiritual and believe in, believe in that stuff, but, I don't see how God's going to continue to bless her with that type of attitude and these decisions that she's making. Who knows what goes on in the bedroom behind closed doors with them, but I know they're carrying themselves out to be a couple when the world knows that Papoose is still married. So, I mean, this is, like I said, it's not a Claressa Shields bash. It's just that I think it's bigger than Claressa Shields, Papoose, Remy Ma, Laila Ali. It's really bigger than all of that. It's just something that needs to be addressed as far as, the way people are, celebrities, and getting beneath getting head over heels over themselves and not being humble. And I see a lot of that, man, going on. Not only is she doing it, these rappers do it. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's sickening to me to see that. And so I just wanted to come through, drop a video on that. Seems like everybody hates Claressa. I don't know. I don't hate her. I got love for her. I just hope that she better herself. Even she had a friend that came out, I think her name is Jay the Boxer. And from which she says that she really cared about Claressa. So, and Claressa just kind of treated her like shit. And so that seems to be a trait of hers. And I don't know, Claressa really needs some humble pie. A lot of these cats out here need some humble pie, man. So that's my take on it. Let me know what y'all think. You know, remember to hit the notification bar when I drop another one. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. It's your boy, Steve Penn. Just wanted to speak on that. Until next time, I'm out. See y'all later. Peace.
Another one. You can say whatever.